What is up, my fellow riders? Welcome to another vlog. We are out. I am going for sushi. Do you like sushi? I love me some sushi. So I got my cousin with me today. That's him just ahead of me. And we're gonna go and have a good feed of sushi. Hope you guys are all enjoying the 2018 riding season. For some of you down in the US, down close to that equator, you get to ride all year round. And, you know, a little bit jealous of you guys. But at the same time, I do enjoy my winters. So it's, you know, it's kind of a bit of both worlds there, you know. I told you I was going to try and get a bit more content out. I don't know how much substance there will be in that content, but I'll try my best for you guys. I've never been one to be really up to date on current events or anything like that, so it's hard to get some clickbait for you guys, you know. Give you some kind of a thing that'll make you want to click and watch this video. For the most part, most of my content is just me riding around. Last summer I did a little bit on the Pokemon Go side of things. Managed to get out and do a few raids, but to be honest with you, I found out pretty quick that playing in the car was much more efficient for my way of playing, because I was playing for me and I was playing for my wife and my kids, so I was playing multiple accounts. It just wasn't very easy on bike to do that, and everyone here that participates in raids, they're pretty go-getters, you know. They're quick on the punch to finish a raid and go. And by the time I spun and threw balls to try and catch on 3 different phones, and you know, if I was close to being unsuccessful, that took me a good while. So then to jump on bike and try and rush through traffic and find some places I didn't really know where I was going, it was a big challenge actually to do. Gotta go get that sushi. Gotta cool this bike down too. Oh my God, she's warm. My legs are burning. This is the life, guys. This is the life. Everybody goes fast here. They really do. We are a fast people. These people, these wonderful drivers, they have no idea what they're doing. That's the only danger out here for most of the time, is being on the road with these people. The bike's up to 100 degrees now. She is warm underneath me. Sushi, sushi, sushi. All right, let's do this. All right, it's time to head home. Let's see if we got any space to get out. Yes, we do. So that was a big feed of sushi. I am stuffed, to be honest with you. Leaning over on this bike now is kind of a little bit uncomfortable, more so than when I came. So we'll try and make our way home. So yeah, so do you guys like sushi? Or it's kind of a new thing for me. I went most of my life not knowing about the joys of sushi, so I've been kind of making up for it. It's delicious. I love it. So I just had 20 pieces of nigiri, or standard sushi as some menus listed as, and a spicy tuna roll on top. Always great when people come over in your lane, right? These wonderful, wonderful drivers out there. You know what? When you're driving a motorcycle, you almost got to break traffic laws just to stay safe. Like, you know what, I try to be a lawful driver, and normally at that red light that I just went through, I would stop before making my right at the red. But there was a car behind me. I don't know if it's visible in my rear view mirrors back there in the video or not. But like just before getting to the light, he cut in behind me really close, and the light was just going yellow. So I got to make a judgment call on whether or not he has time, if he's going to rush that yellow light and notice my indicators that I'm going right, so that if I stopped and he was deciding to rush that yellow, he probably may keep going, not realizing that I'm going to stop and go right. So I had to do a moving red, where I kept on going just to keep myself safe, because I don't trust that he was paying attention to my signal lights and my brake lights. So it's kind of a sad state of affairs, don't you think, when you can't trust other drivers to obey the rules of the road, and you actually got to break some traffic laws in order to keep yourself safe. But you know what? I like my life. As miserable as this world could be, I'm still happy in it. And I want to stay around and enjoy riding, enjoy living. So I'll do what I can to protect my life when I'm out here riding. I'll go fast sometimes, it's fun. I'll try to do it safely. But watching other drivers is one of the biggest things that I find I have to do to be safe, because I don't trust them. And yet I still encourage everyone to get into riding, because the more of us there are, the more they have to start noticing us. And there's power in numbers, there's visibility in numbers, there's forced learning in numbers. You know, in my area, roundabouts are a new traffic management strategy. The old is new again. So all these drivers that apparently have very little interest in keeping up on their driving skills are all absolutely overwhelmed with how to use a roundabout. And they're pretty simple, as most of you probably know. But just because it's new to them, they have an ignorance as to learning how it works. Instead, they would rather go online and complain and say, oh, lights are good enough, give us more lights, other than learning how beneficial a roundabout is in keeping the flow of traffic moving, and that it's actually quite safe, because it helps alleviate people's impatience and, you know, puts that barrier right in the middle of people running out in front of other people, and so on and so forth. All the things that roundabouts are good for. But back to the original point, in noticing motorcycles. They'll complain first, oh, the motorcycles, they need to be more careful, they need to be more visible, they shouldn't be out in such and such weather, they shouldn't be doing this, they shouldn't be doing that. When really, at the end of the day, they need to learn to be aware of the presence of motorcycles and act properly and drive carefully to do it. So hopefully one of these days we'll have a lot more population who want to get their motorcycle license, and motorcycles on the road will be an even more normal thing than what it currently is. And we'll have that visibility, and we'll have that muscle memory built into people to respect motorcycle drivers and be able to look out. Now, there's always, you know, the rotten apple. There's bad car drivers, there's also bad motorcycle drivers. We all love speed, so we all try to do, I'm pretty sure we all kind of indulge ourselves in a bit of speeding sometimes. Because, you know, when you're out in the elements like this and you start feeling the grooves in the road and how it feels to have a little bit of speed going into a turn, you know, like, it gets very addictive and a little bit of a thrill-seeking thing, you know. So yeah, you're gonna have your bad apple and your thrill seeker and your bad guy. But that's the same as cars. But with cars, we know they're out there, we're used to them being out there, and we can usually watch out for those bad drivers before they get a chance to hurt us. And if they do, we got a lovely steel cage usually around most of us, and that protects us from dying, all that good stuff. We're on a motorcycle, we're out here in the elements, there's no metal cage. Something as simple as rocks on the road really do us in. So we just gotta be more vigilant. Spread the word, get people invited into riding, make them feel welcome, help them learn, get more bikes on the road, And they'll just become a natural, normal thing built into everyone's muscle memory, and they'll see us more. But in the meantime, stay safe and always act like the driver doesn't see you. Always assume they don't see you. But be careful. Look through your turns. Don't look in front of your wheel. Look all the way through. You'll have more notice if somebody's doing something that could hurt you. Look through the turn. Sometimes I have to remind myself, look through the turn. Look through the turn. You get focused in front of your wheel, that's where you're going to end up. Through the turns, you'll see what's on the other side before it hurts you. Also watch what's going into the turn. Like I've seen that car putting on the brake lights going into the turn. So yeah, get out there and get riding, folks. Don't just let your bike sit in the garage if you've already got one. Out and have a little ride. Be seen, be safe, enjoy it, soak in that sun and the air, enjoy it. You show those idiot drivers that no matter how much they want to kill you, we're not going to let them. Don't be bad drivers. You know, if you're going to speed, do it in a safe manner, or as safe as you can. Avoid becoming a statistic, because you know what, when people hear about motorcycle accidents, they just say, oh, motorcycler. Yeah, I see them going around all the time doing wheelies and going really fast. It's no wonder they get hurt. That's what the general public sees. That's what they say. We typically don't have the support of the public. So it's up to all of us to build an image in a community where the public says, you know what, most motorcycle riders I know are really good drivers. They drive with safety in the front of their mind. They're always watching out for other drivers and what they're going to do. I would drive with a motorcycle rider any day. Come on. Some people, man, if you want to sightsee, pull off on the side of the road. My God. At least he heard me, or it seems like he could have. It's a beautiful ride for some nice scenery. I'm glad to have a nice day to take you guys out again. A few little windy roads, nothing major, but they're very fun to have a little play with, you know. Now I got a low fuel light. I guess next time I go out I'm gonna have to get some gas. I usually can get about 70 kilometers from a low fuel light. It's funny because I was just saying to my cousin about I've been doing all these random little trips back and forth to work and a couple little, you know, errand runs and stuff on the bike, and I'm like, I haven't even burned my first tank of gas this season. And he said, oh, I've gone through 2 tanks already. Well, finally through that first one. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Whoa, 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 dude. It's a beautiful day. And I'm glad that I got to take you guys for a ride. So it's time for me to go home, get back into real life again, enjoy the evening with my family. I got some sushi here for my wife. Hopefully she's hungry. She'll enjoy some of it, otherwise I'll be eating more myself later. So anyways guys, that's it. Signing out. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. Peace.